Hey, what's up everybody? How's it going? Framed here, and looks like I turned the recording software on. Been a little while since I've done this. Guess we're gonna try and do a playthrough of Diablo 2 Resurrected. Um, has been slightly requested, just because I haven't really, uploaded things over the past several years. Doesn't mean I haven't seen a lot of the comments on my videos, and this has been a common one. I had done a lot of D2 stuff in the past, and with D2R coming out, it was, somewhat requested to do a playthrough of this, and I'm at a point where I'd kind of like to do that. So we're gonna try that, and if you do see the title of the video here, you might see that there's probably something in there referencing the fact that this is going to be a modded playthrough, and all that really means is I'm playing offline single player, and I do have several mods running. And let me pull up a little screenshot of the mods that I have running here. Not going to go over all of them, but I will kind of point out some of the more notable ones. Starting at the top there, do have Melee Splash active. I am going to be, as you can probably see on the screen here, going to be playing a Paladin, and we're going to be playing a Zeal Paladin, and Zeal is a melee skill, and it's a little bit more enjoyable with Melee Splash. Melee Splash is probably one of the main things I really wish that they would bring into the main game, but I don't really foresee that happening anytime soon, so we got mods. Other than that, we do have expanded stash and expanded inventory, so just gonna show that here. We do have, quite a bit of space here for our inventory over here, and then our stash space, and then we got, several shared stash spaces, but we aren't really going to be using that. I'm going to do my best for this playthrough to just use whatever items I pick up off the ground. Not gonna, use twink items. At least I don't really plan to. But we do got a lot of space here, and we got a lot of space over here. So that's really nice. The other thing we got here is the Merc has more equipment spots. So we don't have a Merc yet to actually show that off. But when we do, it'll have full inventory, or not inventory, full gear spaces. So you'll be able to put a helmet, gloves, chest, boots, pretty much everything on your Merc. Maybe slightly controversial because it makes the Merc slightly more overpowered, but I kind of like it. It's kind of a nice little thing, to do here in just single player. And got one other charm, and I guess go over here to Guide, kind of show you what I mean by for Melee Splash. So Melee Splash does come in the form of a charm. As long as you have it in your inventory, you will have Melee Splash. And then you also have a charm for teleport. And don't worry guys, this isn't going to be me turning the Paladin into a sorceress. I do not intend to just start teleporting everywhere like a sorceress would. This is mainly just to get over terrain. So as an example, in Act 2, when you go out into the desert area, the areas are on two kind of different levels, and this is just for getting over that type of terrain type stuff, make life a little bit easier for us. Now I might use it in caves a little bit too, just to get through things a little bit quicker, but I do not intend to just spam teleport everywhere. That's no fun. At least I don't think it is. The next one is maybe one of the more controversial ones. There's a mod for removing level requirements from skills. So essentially, you can start using any skill at any level. So even though Zeal, you can't actually get Zeal until level 12 normally. You can get it at level 1, or in this case level 2, because you still have to do the prerequisites. So the reason behind this, at least for me, I want to be able to play a build from the beginning. So normally you wouldn't be able to get Zeal to level 12. This way I can get it at level 2 basically, and then we'll be using Fanaticism as well. So we'll be able to get that by level 6 or something like that. as opposed to level 30, which would be what would normally be able to get it in vanilla. Again, reason for that, I don't want to wait till level 30 before I actually get the build going. I know with leveling a normal Zeal Paladin, you would, get Holy Fire and you would level with that. I don't want to level with a different skill. I want to be able to play the build that I want to play as soon as I can do it. If you don't agree with that, maybe this isn't the series for you, but this is how I feel like playing. And again, single player or offline single player, at least in my opinion, video games are there to have fun. They're a form of entertainment. Play the game in whatever way you find the most enjoyable. And since it's offline, single player, not really hurting anybody else. So that's my spiel on that one, I guess. One of the other things here, other mods, is increased drop rates. What that means is you're going to see me dropping more rare and unique items than what you would normally get in vanilla. This is, again, offline single player. You can't trade with anybody, so just makes things a little bit nicer as you're leveling through the game to be able to get equipment that does progress your power. You'll see that it makes things a little bit nicer, and this kind of goes along with the next one I'll talk about here is increased gamble chances. The notable thing with this one is that you can gamble unique items with this mod. Again, it makes things a little bit nicer, so you don't have to do 100 Mephisto runs just so you can get an upgrade so you can continue through the game. Makes things a little bit nicer, and I really appreciate it. I played through the game with these mods active a couple different times. It's a lot more convenient and makes things go a lot more smoothly. And I think the one other one I'll talk about here is Stackit. You'll notice that as I get runes and gems dropping, that they will drop in stacked form. This just allows it to not clutter up your stash and inventory space. I find it to be pretty nice that you don't have 100 runes, for example, taking up 100 different spaces. Instead, they're only taking up 10, 15 spaces, depending on how many different runes you have. But I think that's all we're going to talk about. You can read the rest, and they're fairly self-explanatory. But I'll have this down in the description of the video as well. This list of mods, so that you can reference that if you need to. All right, let's get going now that we're done with all that explanation. Got our mini map here. Gonna make our way out this way into the Blood Moors, and pretty much just gonna follow the path and try and make our way over to where the waypoint is, and we'll probably grab the Den of Evil along the way, or at least put a portal up so that we can get back there pretty quickly. And one thing that I do want to mention, a couple things I want to mention here as we go out. I leveled up pretty quick there. We are on players 8, so we are going to be leveling a little bit more quickly than what is, if we were on players 1. But it also makes the game a little bit more difficult as well. Monsters will have more health, and I think that's a pretty good trade-off. And we might have the Den of Evil right here. And I think I need to put this on my 5. There we go. So put a portal there, so that when we find the waypoint, we can just go back to town and then pop through the waypoint. And as I'm hitting monsters here, you see that little circle thing expanding out for me. That is the melee splash, just so that you know what that is, and if you're curious, it's just kind of what it looks like. I don't know why, but that's just what it is. And we did get a couple levels here, and we do want to do something about that. It's not the right button. So I got 2 skill points here. So like I mentioned, boom, boom. We got Zeal right away here. Put Zeal on our skill bar here. Pick up some boots. And whoop. Oh, that was the wrong one. I had these in the wrong place. I normally have them like this. Good old muscle memory. Alright. So, hey, poison resist. We like us some poison resist. Put the boots on. And actually, Let's go fix our mistake here. Turn over here and put up that portal. All right. So keep following the path here. The path will lead us to the exit of the Blood Moors, and the waypoint is just on the other side. And we are gonna, you know, just kill monsters along the way here. And the thing we want to do is we want to reap a spot on our belt for a mana potion. Because we will have to use a couple of those before we get some mana leech. And it'll make things a little bit easier for us for regen. Go ahead and use that potion. Use a potion, pick up a potion. There we go. Ooh, quilted armor. And it's a rare quilted armor. So let's go ahead and check out what that is. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's keep moving here. Kill some enemies along the way. Make it so that we're around level 4 or 5 before we head down into the Den of Evil. Make us a pretty decent level. And we did pick up another armor. Is this an upgrade? Kind of looks like an upgrade. Yeah, it gives me 5 more res than the other does. Pretty nice. Alright, keep going. And it looks like we did find our way to the exit here. I want to see if there's a chest in this house though really quick. Pick up that ring. And it doesn't look like there's a chest in here, unfortunately. A lot of the times with these houses that you'll find here in Act 1, there will be chests in them that you can get some pretty decent items in. And let's go ahead and take these guys out, and then we'll grab the waypoint and make our way out of here. Waypoint should be right on the other side. Go ahead and grab that, head back to town. And we stop right over here really quick. I can click on her. And let's grab a potion. We'll sell that. And oops. See what we got here. It's technically an upgrade, so I'll go ahead and take that. And throw that in there. Call that good. And we got some levels here. So let's just go ahead and level up. Put 5 points in everything. And we want to... having 3 points in Zeal is nice. Because it gets 3 hits instead of 2. Makes things a little bit nicer. Kind of slows down our until we get fanaticism, but that's alright. And we're going to make our way down here into the Den of Evil. And Den of Evil is one of those fun, quote-unquote fun quests where we have to kill everything in the area. So we do want to be careful. There are shamans in the in this area that will revive fallen enemies, so we do want to make sure and take out the shamans first so that they don't revive anybody and make us have to backtrack. Because backtracking is not fun. But yeah, let's pick up that stuff, and we did pick up a belt here, so we want to put that on because it will give us another potion slot. Alright, let's keep going here. And again, just want to be mindful of the shamans so that we don't have to do the backtracking. Pick up that potion. Take this guy out. Head up this way. And just leaving the white items on the ground, you might see me pick up like throwing daggers or javelins. White throwing daggers and javelins, that is, because they do sell for a decent amount of money. Might also see me pick up, pick that up. You might see me pick up like jawbone caps or whatever the druid hats are, because those are generally worth a decent amount of money because they will have plus to skills on them, and those sell for a decent amount. Head around here, and looks like we got the boss monster of this area. Gonna take out the shaman here first, and then we'll take this guy out. We're gonna have to use a mana potion here so we can keep attacking. Looks like we got ourselves a set item. Again, this is what I mentioned earlier, is we will get some slightly better drops, so we'll get more unique set items, rare items more often than we would otherwise. and makes things, like I said, a little bit nicer here in single player, so that we can progress a little bit faster. Don't have to do too much grinding for gear. And what is this thing here? So this is not terrible, especially this low of level, because that's technically an upgrade. I am probably going to keep this here for my mercenary, but plus 10 all res to everything is nice. This does give me plus 5 to life, but the 10 all res is definitely better. Alright, let's go around this way. Got a few more enemies here that we need to take out before we fully clear the area. And it should be the last 2 enemies, I think. Hey, look at that. We got it on our first try. Alright, let's port back to town, turn in the quest, and then we'll head back out. Run over here to Akara and sell all the random gear that we got here. Looks like we did get a rare hat. This is light radius. Very nice. Might as well put it on, I suppose. And give us a little bit more resistances with this guy. Like I said, I'm going to keep that for our Merc. And let's go ahead and sell that. Go ahead and sell that. And we'll just keep that in our inventory for right now. Alright, I'm going to run over here to my stash. And I'm going to deposit this over here. There we go. Alright. And got a new quest, or at least we'll get a new quest here from Merc Lady, however you pronounce her name. Go kill Blood Raven. So we essentially need to go out into the cold plains and make our way to the burial grounds so that we can take out the Blood Raven. But we got a few things that we want to do here first. We did get some more points, and we're gonna put points into that and into that. Gonna probably put 5 more points into dexterity and then leave that alone for the next probably long time. Gonna pump our vitality and strength. Got 3 points here, and boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right, so we almost got our fanaticism. I got 1 more level here before we get that. Let's head back to the cold plains, and looks like we got a bunch of enemies over here. And I want to grab this shrine here, pick up the shrine, give me some more mana regen, and this is a elite pack that we definitely want to take down because they will give us a lot of XP. Might have even level up from it here. Not quite level up. Alright, so let's pick that guy up and go to use a mana potion. Like I said, we're pretty much just going to be following the path here because we do want to find the way to the next area. And there is 2 exits in this area. It'll either go to the burial grounds or to the Stony Fields. And we want to hopefully find the burial grounds first, so that we can just get that quest out of the way. But it is a guess. Eventually this path here will fork off, and we'll just have to guess right or left or straight or whatever. And hopefully we pick the right direction. And I think there's also a cave they go down into this area as well, so maybe it'll fork off that way. So we got this forking off here, and I guess we'll just pick this direction first. No real way to tell which direction we need to go. That's alright. Let's open this chest. 2 chests along the way. Nothing in them. And we got our first exit here. Did we pick wisely? We did not. Alright, so that leads to the cold plains, but it's okay that we didn't pick the right direction first. We got that mapped out, and that's useless because I have a mod that makes it so I don't use stamina, but that's alright. Take these guys out, and we do see a little mini map there. We do have that cave that I was mentioning earlier. We're not going to go down there though. Make our way this way. Should lead to the burial grounds for us to take out Blood Raven. Should be approaching it here soon. And it looks like, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I did my potion. One thing I maybe should mention, since this is first time I've really recorded audio in a long time, I really don't know what my microphone setup is going to sound like. I did do, you know, some testing on my own here before I really started recording things, but if things sound kind of weird or different or odd or could be better, let me know, and I will see if I can resolve that in between recordings here. But we did make our way here to the burial grounds, and we're just going to gun it right for Blood Raven and try and take her out here as quickly as we can. Ignore the undead that she spawns. Just want to go straight for her and take her out ASAP. I'm using my mana potion. There we go. Alright. Pick up that Targe. And looks like we did level up. And we're going to throw that into there and pick up our Zeal. Alright, so let's put Zeal on our hotbar. Or skill bar, whatever you want to call it.
Sisters.
And let's head back to town. And we will get our mercenary. We talked to her, got ourselves a Merc, and I think I got some gear here that the Merc might be able to use. Go ahead and ID everything. And is this an upgrade? It is absolutely an upgrade. Go ahead and pick that up. And 2 res there, 2 res here, but significantly more armor or defense. And this is definitely an upgrade. Going to put that guy on. That's a pretty nice find. Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, so we do got a Merc now. So let's go ahead and put on our Merc. This guy, I'm thinking. And it's all I can really put on her from what I currently have. So let's just get rid of everything else. There we go. And we're going to run over here to Geed really quick because he does sell bows. So we can give a bow to our Merc so that she does a little bit more damage. And if we're lucky, we'll get one with some sockets. And we are not lucky. So this one does more damage, but this has 3 sockets. And whatever. we don't plan on using this Merc for very long. Essentially, it's going to be using it for the first act. And let's go ahead and put that there, and we're going to use this. Going to transmute it in the cube so that we can socket it in an item. And let's go ahead and put that in our bow.
I'll put that to good use.
Make the bow do a little bit more damage and some cold damage, which is very nice. Alright, so now that we have our Merc, we did that Blood Raven quest, we can make our way here to the Stony Fields, where we will continue on and go and save Deckard Cain, or at least make our way that direction. So let's head that way. And one thing that you probably have noticed from the length of the video is I plan on doing this is kind of what I hope to do just to keep myself motivated throughout the playthrough, or at least make the upload schedule nicer, simpler, or casual, however you want to put it. I do plan on doing an act per video. So there's 5 acts per difficulty, 3 difficulties. So in theory, this series I'm doing for D2R should be somewhere around 15 episodes. Maybe an extra episode in there for, like, if I decide to do the cow level or something like that, or if I decide to do some kind of, like, grinding video. Sounds kind of weird. A video where I will just farm a boss, like do Mephisto runs or something like that. Maybe I'll make that its own separate video, but essentially all of Act 1 is going to be in this video, all of Act 2 will be in the next video, and so on and so forth. Again, just to make things a little bit easier for me, upload schedule. I won't do 20-minute episodes. You know, each episode is probably going to be somewhere around an hour or so, or however long it takes me to get through an act. But that seems like to be the best way to do things, or at least for this series. Make things a little bit simpler for me. And it looks like we did find these standing stones. This is where you go to make the portal to save Deckard Cain. And come back to that later. And we did get some boots that will... Do I want to put these on? I mean, 45 fire res is nice, I suppose. And I got 2 of them, which is fine, I guess. Let's pick that up, and it looks like, oh, we're out of ID scrolls. Let's go ahead and give this to our Merc.
I'll put that to good use.
And might as well give this to our Merc as well. All that good. And it needs more TP, or not TP, ID scrolls. Should have picked those up when I was in town. Oh well. And if we do follow the path here, it doesn't quite show up on the minimap just yet, but we do have the way to the underground passage, but we don't want to head that way just yet. Well, I guess we could. So normally you want to find the waypoint for this area, but the waypoint for the previous area, the Cold Plains, is actually pretty close. So we could just kind of skip finding it, but let's call it good. I did find a ruby. We're gonna put that in our mercenaries bow really quick. And no waypoint just yet. Not getting too lucky, unfortunately. And I guess we'll make our way down this way. Hey, look at that. Here we go. Alright, so we got the waypoint. And I probably should have set up a teleport, or a portal over here, just to make this little trek a little bit quicker, but it's not too far away. Not that big of a deal. Alright, let's head down into the underground passage. And before we do anything else, let's go ahead and allocate some points here. Do that, and basically just going to be pumping fanaticism for the time being. Pretty much going to get that to level 30 before we do just about anything else. Alright, so yeah, let's get going here. And the underground passage is one of the first areas in the game that has a bit of a pattern to it, so that you know where you need to go. And for this first area, it is a right. So I'm gonna just clear out this main area here so that I can kind of explain that a little bit, because it is something that we'll be doing throughout the entirety of the game, basically. So we look at this main area here on the mini map. Get rid of you guys really quick. The main area kind of goes this direction, or that's the direction we need to head in order to progress through the zone. So the exit to this area is always going to be right of the starting zone. So if we are heading kind of this way, I guess it's more this way, we want to go right. So the right of this area is this way. So easy way to kind of think about this visually is if we look at our character here, our character is right-handed, sword is in the right hand. So if we're heading in this direction, which is kind of the direction we need to head on the minimap, then we need to go this way in order to go right. So that's a very basic way of explaining that. There's plenty of videos out there that go into this a lot more in depth, and I don't really think that I need to do that for the purposes of this video, but that's just kind of the basics. But yep, we're gonna head this way. So again, kind of want to head in this direction. This isn't always a foolproof in that the first direction you go in that direction may not always be the correct one. There could be an area that goes off this way that doubles back and then goes right, which is, you know, is kind of how it goes. but in general, this is a pretty decent way to go about it. And do we have our belt full? We do have a full belt. And see what this wolf's head is. See if it is... Nope, doesn't have any plus skills on it, so I don't want it. Pick up the small charm. And with any luck, we have chosen wisely and gone the right direction. And it doesn't look like we found it quite yet. Got a jawbone calf here that could have plus the skills on it. Go ahead and pick it up. We'll check it really quick. Does not have anything. So let's drop it. And did we find our way out? Not yet. Looks like my sword is about to die. I could go back to town to repair it here quick. Take out the shamans. We got an amulet. Alright. See if we can continue on here. I'm gonna head this way, thinking that the way out's gonna be right. Yep, right here. You know, as you play the game more and more, you kind of get a feel for where things are going to be. Got a good feeling about that one. All right, so we're here in the Dark Wood, and we want to do two things here in the Dark Wood. Thing one, find the waypoint. Thing two, pick up the Scroll of Infuse so that we can go and save Deckard Cain. It is important to get that waypoint for this area, because if you do not, you will have to trek all the way back through the underground passage to get back here, which is no fun. And my equipment's about to die, so I'm actually going to run back to town here really quick and repair my sword.
Hi there.
Boom. And I could clear up my inventory a little bit. Just do that really quick here.
Good day.
Put that on. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Fire res. Fire res. Good. Poison. Don't care about that. This could be an upgrade. Is it? Poison damage. Cold damage. I think what I'm using is kind of better. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Get rid of that too. And I know I got more stuff in my inventory. I just want to get back out there. Alright, so let's see if we can find that waypoint in the tree as well. And I do have a level here, so I should do something about that here quick. And it looks like we did find our way to the, was it the Black Marsh? The next area here, though we don't want to head that direction just yet. Got some things to do yet in this area. And let's go ahead and do something with our points here. We got a lot of points. Holy cow. Let's go point, point, point. Call that good. 3 points in fanaticism. Alright, so not going to spend too much time running those guys down. See if we can find the waypoint over here. Doesn't look like it. Looks like this might be a dead end, actually. And it is. Alright, so let's head back this way and keep making our way around the horn. Looks like we got ourselves another dead end. Make our way over this way. Got some boots there. Those could technically be upgrades. Even though we do have a unique pair of boots on, that unique pair of boots is not, I mean, it's fine. Just not anything super fantastic. And hopefully we didn't miss the waypoint. Sometimes it's difficult to see the waypoint on the minimap. If you're just like 1 pixel away, it just doesn't show up. Kind of annoying, but kind of how it is. And looks like we got reached the end over here. And not seeing the waypoint yet. Oh, we do have the elite pack that guards the scroll. So the tree should be right over here somewhere. Here we go. Alright, so we got the scroll. So we need to pick up that waypoint. Wherever that might be. Hopefully we didn't miss it. I don't want to have to backtrack. Actually, it looks like it's right here. Yep. So, unfortunately, if looks like we went around the long way, we would just cut this way. Would have found it right away. Oh well, that's fine. Head back to town here and go talk to Akara so that we can activate the scroll. And we'll go ahead and just ID everything here. Looks like we did good. Probably a few upgrades. At least 1 upgrade. Don't need any of this. It's not terrible. Ooh, that's an upgrade. Get rid of the light radius, don't need that. Alright. Head back out to the Stony Fields and make our way to the stones over here. And we'll go to Tristram, see if we can save Cain. Alright, so we could open up the scroll and see what order we need to activate these in, or we can just bash our head against it until it activates. Here we go. Alright.
What a tragic end to Tristram.
And Cain is going to be right in the center here, stuck in a cage. Yeah. If I can click on him here, there we go. And it's a good place to do, or kind of full clear things at least a little bit. There are a number of champion and elite packs in here, as well as Griswold. Let me out. So it's a good place to get some levels, at least I think it is. Right over here, Griswold should be chilling over here. Let's take these guys out quick, see if we can get these guys taken down before we have to fight Griswold. There we go. Alright. Now we can deal with this guy. Easy peasy. Alright. And let's go around and see if we can find any more champion or elite packs. And Wart's leg is over here as well, though we aren't going to pick it up. We can't even do the cow level just yet. There's no reason to clutter up our inventory or stash space with it, but we will pick up the monies. And we'll just run over to the other side here just to make sure there isn't another pack or a high level pack that we can take down. Sometimes there is. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's go ahead and head back to town. There we go. Alright, now that we've saved Cain, we can talk to him here and he will ID all of our items for us. Very nice. Very kind of him. Go over here, talk to Akara, and sell stuff. Is that an upgrade? Probably an upgrade from my Merc. Get rid of that. Alright, so let's put this on my Merc. That should be an upgrade, I think. Yep, definitely an upgrade.
Yes.
Alright, head over here to our stash and deposit a few things. There we go. Alright, let's head over here to Charcy and get our next quest. And help with this. Go find the Horadric Malus. Alright, let's run over this way. And we do got the way to the next area right there. Open up the chest here. Pick up the cap. Sapphire. Very nice. And the, what is it called? A Forgotten Tower? Is that what it's called? Is going to be in the next area as well. We can do that quest now or later. Doesn't really matter. If we do it now, you know, we get runes from the Countess. But there's only a few rune words we can really make at this point in the game. And only, really it's like steel is one, which would be a weapon that we can get. And maybe stealth as well, though I don't know, what I'm currently wearing actually isn't terrible with the plus 10 all res. If I get the stealth, that'll be more movement speed, which is definitely pretty nice too, so see what happens here. It kind of depends on what kind of runes we get dropped as well. Just going to follow the path here for the most part. Hopefully along the way we'll find the waypoint and the tower. Alright, let's see what's over this way. And doesn't look like it's up here, though we did find the way to the next area. So the Tome, it's been years, been playing this game for years, still don't know how to pronounce that. It's alright. Did find a way to the next area though. But we want to find the tower, I think. See what kind of runes we can find. Yeah, that's a dead end there. Wolf's Head might be worth some decent money. Got a little building here, maybe we'll find a chest in it. Nothing too interesting. Got the waypoint right here. And if we're lucky, the tower will be right next to the waypoint. So that we can do Countess runs easily. So it doesn't look like we're going to be all that lucky. So it doesn't look like it's here. Or at least near it, at the very least. Just kind of trying to check all the different areas here, expand the mini-map, see if I can find where it's at. Doesn't look like it's going to be over here. Probably down this way somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So it's not super close to the waypoint, not super far away either. Could be worse. Alright, let's head in here. And with the Forgotten Tower here, Tower Cellar, whatever you want to call it, like with the underground passage, this too has a bit of a trick to it on how you find the way to the stairs to the next level. For every level here, you want to go left, so to the shield side of your character. So the opening to this area is, you know, going this way, so we want to kind of head that way. We're looking on the mini map there. at least attempt to go that way, because you can kind of see on the mini-map right now that things cut back that other direction. So that's probably the way we need to go. And it looks like it's the only way that we can go as well, but maybe it'll cut off here before we get to it. Doesn't look like it. So just so we can kind of see things full view here. So the entrance to this area goes this way, and left of this way would be that way. Okay, so we're going down this time. So left would be that way. So that's kind of direction we'll try and head as much as possible. You see that things kind of branch off that way, and it technically the way could still be that way. Like it could double back and be like up here somewhere, which would still technically be the left of the entrance. But it looks like it's actually going to be somewhere right in here. There we go. See, left. And so we're going this way now, so we're going to be heading that direction. If we can. Yep, see? So it kind of goes down this way and that way, but eventually goes left. So we're going to put... I haven't done this yet. Actually, we put on W. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, just kind of going over terrain quickly. Not trying to, you know, teleport around like a sorceress, but just getting over terrain as easily as possible. So we're going this way, so left would be over this direction somewhere. And looks like we got it first try. Very nice. And on the last level here, Countess is always in the same place on the far end of the level. So, kind of heading in that direction. Looks like we got some gloves. I don't think I found any gloves yet. And we'll see what kind of runes we can get from the Countess. Actually, that looked pretty good. I don't think we had what it takes to make a steel rune word. Once I pick all this stuff up here, I'll take another look.
I've earned the right to this abandoned trove.
Alright, what did we find? We got a Neff, an L, and a Tau. Yeah, I can't. So I think steel is tier L, or L tier, for what order it is. But then stealth rune word is Tau Eth, I think. But either way, don't quite have what we need to make any rune words. Super sad, but that's alright. We'll throw those in our stash. Maybe I'll do some Countess runs while not recording in between acts here. See what happens. Alright, but we are going to head back to town, get things identified, and our sword is almost dead, so we do want to repair stuff here. And it's going to go ahead and sell stuff as well. Nowhere near as good as what I currently have. And yeah, it's not any good. Is this better? Amp damage. Ooh, gives me a resist as well. I might actually use that. Poison res, that's kind of nice. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. And those gloves are not great, but I don't have any other gloves anyway, so let's go ahead and put that on. And actually, let's do this. And it's definitely an upgrade, so I think we'll just go with it. It does have the mana leech, though. That's kind of nice. Maybe I'll hang on to it, just in case I do want to keep, or switch back to have that mana leech. So I guess I should probably try to use the Stackit a little bit. Let's see here. Is that it? Am I blind? Might be blind. Wouldn't be the first time. Oh well, who cares? Did level up here. Oh, a few times. Alright. Let's go ahead and put 2 points there. And let's put the points into fanaticism. Alright, so we're going to go back over to the waypoint here and just port back and then make our way to the next area. And it should be just right over this way. Whoops. Didn't mean to pick up whatever that was. There we go. Just gonna book it over there, make our way to the next area. Alright, so in this next area here, we essentially just gonna follow the path. We're not gonna diverge from it at all. We just want to make our way to the, was it the outer Cloister? To get the waypoint there and then head down into the jail. Not going to mess around too much in this area. There's nothing really for us to do other than just kill monsters, but it's not really worth the time, at least not in my opinion. And the path did branch off here. There is a cave you go down into, the pit, I think it's called. But we aren't going to mess with that here. No reason to. There we go. Alright, so here we are at the monastery. Make our way to the, was it the inner cloister here? Yeah, outer cloister. And there's a waypoint right in the center here. And with getting this waypoint here, there is actually a trick with knowing which of the 3 directions you need to go based on where this waypoint is located, kind of on this little square, but I've never really been able to figure it out. So I usually just kind of pick a direction and hope it's right. So that's what we're going to do. See if we get it on our first try. First try, I knew what I was doing the whole time, I promise. Didn't even question it. I knew it was this way, this direction from the start. And we got a rare ring. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Let's go ahead and ID that ring really quick. And that is absolutely an upgrade. Alright, let's just get rid of that. Alright, make our way in here. And, oh. And another one. And that one is significantly worse. That's alright. Alright, so make our way in here. And there's 2 things we need to do. One, we need to find the Malus for Charcy. And we also want to make our way down to the next area. Not going to pick any of that up. And I don't think there's really a trick to this area of knowing which direction you need to go. You just kind of need to explore and hope to find it. Pick up those gloves there. And maybe this way. We got a champion pack. The sword. Boom. That's nice. Alright, so it looks like we did find our way down to the jail here, but we want to find that Malus here first. And it looks like it might be right here, actually. Yep, did find it here. I want to take out this shaman really quick. There we go. And we got the smith. Take this guy down, give him a couple good whacks. And pick up the Malus. Very nice. Alright. So, So got plenty of room in our inventory, so we aren't going to mess with that. Or going back to town, that is. Let's go ahead and head down into the jail. Okay, so with the jail, it does have a couple tricks to it as well. Let me pull up my notes really quick. So at the jail, you first 2 levels you go straight, and the 3rd level you go left. So by straight, somewhat self-explanatory, he's kind of head straight. So the way to the next level is going to be in a straight path. So it might diverge this way, but it will end up going back that direction. Alright, so let's head this way and see what we can find. Gloves and a grain chunk. Very nice. So we're just gonna head, or keep heading this direction. Don't know where it's gonna show up. Just kind of hoping. Ooh, a rare anthem. Very nice. Kind of hoping that we just run into it by going in this direction, and we did. So again, just heading straight. Again, it could have diverged off this way and gone back like that, but it would have eventually just been straight. So let's go ahead to the next level. And before we do anything, I do want to see what that amulet is. Where are you? There you are. So got fire resist and some magic find. That is big upgrade. Okay. So again, with this next area, this is straight. Another amulet. Oh boy. All right. So things are going in this direction to start out. So we are just gonna keep heading straight. And ooh, some unique gloves. What are those again? Let's go ahead and check them out. Attack speed, very nice. So those are definitely an upgrade. Actually, let's maybe give something to my Merc. I don't think my Merc has any gloves. So it's between these two, I think. Call that good.
I'll put that to good use.
My Merc doesn't have a chest armor. Did I have a chest armor set aside for him? Oh well. All that good. That is an upgrade. And another amulet. Not that great for me, but help out my mercenary a little bit. And we got a couple levels here. Let's go ahead and put some points in. All that good. Alright, let's keep going. Again, heading in a straight-ish path. And kind of diverged a little bit here. Might cut back or go through here maybe. And doesn't look like it's this direction. And unlike the previous level, it is going to be in a diverging direction. Looks like I chose poorly. I think I needed to go down. Although it looks like it keeps going up here maybe. It could still be this way. Let's do a little teleport. Haha. Okay, so just so we can explain things a little bit. Go down a little bit more here. So on the minimap, this was the main area, and we wanted to go in a straight direction. And yes, it did diverge off this way, but it cut back and went this direction. So this is still straight of the entrance area. So straight, straight. All right. So let's make our way down to the next level. And like I said, on the 3rd level here, it is left. So main area here is going this direction. So we want to head left, which would be up that way. Cut across there like that. Alright, so we want to try and go... Oh, looks like it doesn't quite work out the way we thought it was going to. So, again, we need to go left, but looks like it's going to be cutting back at some point or doing something kind of funky. Pick up boots. Sapphire. And what is the deal with this area? It's got to cut back at some point. Or do something. Is it gonna like cut back like that? Nope, that's a dead end. So it probably... Oh, I bet you it like cuts in this way and then goes up like that. But if it goes up like that, it would still technically be left. Yep. Pretty sure I'm right here. Cap. Alright. And it's right here. Okay, so to just kind of explain what happened here. So, entrance here, going this direction left is the direction we needed to go, but technically this is left of this area. So even though we had to cut this way, it eventually went back up to the left of this area. Doing something a little funky there, but it can definitely happen. Alright, let's grab this waypoint, head back to town really quick, and sell all of our items.
Stay a while and listen.
Greetings.
Alright, see what we got here. Ooh, 10 all res. That is definitely something. I think that's an upgrade. Ooh, it's not terrible. That's kind of whatever. Whatever. It's pretty nice. A couple decent swords. What do I have on my Merc? Yeah, we can throw that ring on my Merc. Cold lightning, fire lightning. So I don't need the fire res. So we're gonna put that on her. And what we got for boots? Those.
I'll put that to good use.
Oh, I thought those were different than what? Fire cold, fire poison. We do have Andariel coming up, so I think I want the poison res on her. And don't care about that. Let's run over here to Charcy and turn in the Malus.
Oh, thank.
And might keep those gloves. I'll put the other stuff in our stash here for right now. I'll sort through things later. I'm gonna keep going for the time being. I'll clean things up at a later time off when I'm not recording. Okay, so let's head back to the inner cloister, and we're gonna make our way down to Andariel. Let's go. Almost done with Act 1 already. And there is a unique monster in this area we definitely want to take out. At least try to. There we go. Pick up the Hawk Helm. Could be worth some decent money. And the direction we do want to go is off to the right there, but it's taking out a few enemies along the way. Alright. So the way down is right here. And with the Catacombs, there's only one level that has a bit of a trick to it to find the way to the next level, and that's on the second level. So here on the first level, we pretty much just have to explore, and hopefully we find it. Got those gloves there. And don't know which direction I need to go. Just kind of picking one and going with it. And looks like that was the wrong way. Let's hop over this way. And maybe we find the right direction over this direction. Doesn't look like it. See what we can find here. Just pop over the wall. And looks like we reached another dead end here. And yep, another dead end. Guess we're gonna head up this way. More dead ends. So sad. Pop over here. A Rondage. Ooh, that could be something really nice. That's a Paladin shield. And is that a upgrade? Kind of looks like an upgrade. I mean, technically is, I think. Lightning res. So what are we? How are we looking on reses? So it literally doesn't change anything with my resistances. Yeah, that's like almost exactly the same. Just has a little bit more defense. Whatever. It really doesn't matter. Alright, keep going this way, see what we can find. It looks like we should have gone the other direction first, but that's alright. Ooh. That's something for our Merc. Next act. Definitely want to keep that. Put that in my cube for the time being. It looks like we may have found the way down, I think. Yep, here we go. Okay, so like I said, the way to the next area is right of the waypoint. So we do want to find the waypoint first, just in case we want to do some Andy runs. But once we do find the waypoint, we'll then know the direction we need to go. So let's see what we can find. And there's nothing over that way, so we're going to head this way now. And looks like there's just one direction we can really go at this point. And I do actually want to see what that belt is. Get. That could be an upgrade. 40... Well, it's definitely an upgrade, because this belt gives me nothing. Geez. So yeah, definitely an upgrade. Get my cold res up. Just gonna head this way as far as I can and see what I can find. Just finding a bunch of dead ends so far. A small charm there. Should be something good. I know my sword, or my, because I'm using a mace now, is about to die. So we're going to repair that here in a second. Definitely want to do it before we fight Andy. Alright, so we found the way, or the way down before we found the waypoint. That's fine. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down a portal here so that we can get back to that location super fast. And just need to make sure not to accidentally open up a portal before we head back. So the waypoint should be over here somewhere. Only other direction that we can go. Looks like we got it right here. Alright, let's head back to town. And we need to
Greetings.
repair our equipment.
Good to see you.
There we go. Alright, so picked up some junk here. Oh man, that might actually be an upgrade for my Merc, but I'm not going to be having my Merc, or this particular Merc, much longer. What was that? I did not read that very well. Yeah, that's probably an upgrade, but I don't want to buy it back. That's actually really nice. I could put some gems in that to make that really good, actually. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Take that out. And we're going to throw this in there. And we're going to throw this in there. So fire and cold damage. Boom. And that should be an upgrade, actually. Actually less damage overall. Oh no, it's more damage overall. Had it wrong. Had it backwards. So yeah, and plus it has a way more attack speed. Although I don't think that really matters too much with fanaticism, to be honest. Alright, so there's stuff in the stash for the time being. Don't want to mess with it right now. Head back down to where TP portal is, and with the third level here, again, it's just kind of explore it until you find the way down to the last level. So that's what we're going to do. Pick a direction and go with it. Let's head down this way and see what we can find, and got pretty lucky here. Did find the way down to the 4th level. Alright. So, 4th level, this is where Andy is. Got a big open area here with some enemies, but then Andy's going to be in this area up there. Take these guys out really quick, just so we don't have to mess with them when we go into the next area. Kite shield. Ooh, it is ethereal and only has 2 sockets. Not useful at all. We are going to be getting probably a kite shield in the next act, so that we can build a Ancient's Pledge, but we are going to deal with that right now. And we got Andy coming at us. Alright, so I want to take out this Shaman really quick. There we go. Alright, so our Merc is probably gonna die. We can try and keep her alive. Probably not really worth it though. Yeah, she died. Gonna take out Andy here really quick. And that is Act 1 in the can. Pick up all the stuff. Here we go. Very nice. Alright, so Act 1 down. Good job, everybody. Let's go ahead and pick up the stuff here and call that good. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Cain here, get things identified, and we can look at some of our stuff here. Is this any good? 5 all res. Not really all that good. I mean, it kind of is. I don't know. I might use that here at some point. Looks like we got a few good items here. Not many though. Alright. So, go over here to Wariv and head to the next act. And I think this is actually where we are probably going to end things for this particular episode. In the next video here, we will go through Act 2. Like I said earlier on, we are going to try and do just 1 act per video and see how that does with the upload schedule, I guess. I don't know. See what happens. But in the next video, or in between videos, I think what I will do is probably do a few more Countess runs. See if I can get a few more runes. I might start the next video with a steel rune word, possibly, and maybe a few runes that will help us get an Ancient's Pledge a little bit later on, though we can't use it for a couple more levels yet, I think. Yeah, still got a few more levels before we can use the Ancient's Pledge. Anyways, so don't worry about that too much, but I think we are going to end things here for today. And oh man, I haven't done this outro in forever. What did I used to say? Oh man, let's see. I guess sub, like, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I don't know, guys. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you guys, some of you that are coming back from years ago, watching my videos again. Really do appreciate that. But we're going to end things here for today, so I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. See ya.